Yo, we back in the madhouse and we getting mad deep, man. I'm with my guy Lush One and Kenny Mouse. As always, man, tell us who we got today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mad Deep Podcast. Today we got a really special one. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. This one means a lot to me. We got the homie Douglas in here. What's up with you, bro?
Douglas.
What's going on? Come on.
And joined right next to him.
Man, he's steady thugging it, running it like the government up in this. Lush One, Kenny and Douglas.
Yeah, Lush One. There you go. There you go.
Playing.
Come on, man.
All right, Doug. I just want to personally thank you for coming out here. We appreciate when any guest comes over here. So thank you for your time. Also,
Of course, bro.
Let the people know like what you do, who you are, where you're from, and
yeah, for sure, bro. I had to pull up, bro. I mean, when we first met, you know, when No Jumper first opened up, I remember like after a couple times you came in, he was like, "Yo, bro, I got an outlet too." You know what I'm saying? Tap in, we gotta work. And like ever since then, I knew like I also wanted to come up here. You know what I mean? Because I see y'all doing y'all thing for sure. So you know, shout out to y'all for sure. But yeah, like I said, my name is Douglas. You know, I'm an artist out here in LA. I'm from Virginia, Prince George, Virginia to be exact. I do music. I'm into fashion, modeling, acting, everything, you know, anything to entertain.
So where is Prince George in VA?
So there's two Prince Georges. There's one that's called Prince George's. That's like up in the DMV area.
Okay.
Then there's Prince George, no S. That's where I'm from, Prince George County.
So you're not from like closer to DC?
Nah, I'm not from closer to, shout out to the DMV, shout out to the DC, but I'm not like closer to up there. I'm more closer to Petersburg, Richmond area.
I ask anybody that's from the DMV, and even though you're not technically, you're still DMV adjacent, this question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on go-go music?
Go-go music, man. Listen, bro. Go-go music is the shit. When you up there, you know, when you in that area, you know what I mean? Like it hits different than I don't know how it would hit out here.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
So break it down.
Yeah, so go-go music is like it's an art form. It's a form of music in DC. It's heavy instruments. You know what I'm saying? It's like it got a whole different style of dancing that you do to it. It's just, it's really one of them. If you know, you know.
Oh, okay.
But people know about it worldwide, though.
You know, I'm super into all my little regional things.
I know you know everything.
Traveling, man.
Yeah.
So go-go is basically in like an infusement of funk, reggae, a little bit of like African roots music and hip hop, all combined with live bands, and it's best experience, correct me if I'm wrong, in a live environment, preferably in a backyard jam.
Listen, sexy lady.
You feel me? Like now a lot of hip hop.
Listen, if you know, you know. Like go-go is the shit. You know what I mean? Especially when you out there. Shout out to the DMV, but like more closer to my area, it's like. That's more just kind of like up there.
Right.
But also
more southern.
Yeah, a little more southern. You know what I mean? So the artists from more of my area, Trey Songz.
Okay.
You know, and then I also lived in the 757 area. You know,
Norfolk.
Norfolk, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, shout out Young Crazy. Shout out all the dope artists back around
Shouts
my way.
my homeboy Big K from Norfolk, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure. So the style of music all throughout Virginia is different. In some areas you can have trap. In some areas you can have like boom bap. Go-go, and then you just have your random wild cards like me. I don't really have like a certain pocket for my music. Right. I'm kind of making all different type of genres, and I'm also very inspired by my surroundings. So, you know, being out here in LA, like I was telling you, for like 4 years, I also, you know, make the West Coast style shit too. You know what I mean? So
now it's interesting to get this perspective from someone that's not from here but moved here.
Yeah.
There's like been so much talk, it's been such a conversation piece the past year or so about the LA sound being too regional, or like people ain't fucking with it outside of
people are haters, bro. Like, I mean, I don't want to say they're haters, but I feel like they don't understand that just because like the sound's different out here, it still hasn't just caught on yet. I feel like it hasn't caught on.
But the thing is though, this is my take, it has caught on. And everywhere you go in the States is a regional sound. Like when people say it hasn't popped yet. Yeah, you know, I definitely understand they're talking about on a more commercial
scale.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, how Memphis, I don't know if it was a year ago, how Memphis just had a wave, just like a surgence. Those artists, they were new to the world, but they've been out in their area already lit. So it's just like when the magnifying glass is going to be on a certain region at a time. You know what I mean? So the West Coast, how you were saying, how do I feel, you know, coming out here? Bro, when I moved out here, I was already bumping Nipsey. You know, Nipsey's one of my mom's favorite rappers. Right. So I was already bumping Nipsey. And also, I'm a student of the West Coast rap before I even ever came to California. Like, Back in the day when kids was listening to Drake, I'm on YouTube. I'm discovering Eazy-E.
Right.
I'm discovering Nate Dogg, Snoop. My pops, his favorite rapper is Tupac. So I'm already heavy into G-Funk. But when I came out here, I got more hip to the artists that were, in the present day. It might not have had hit to my region. Like back in Virginia, I wasn't hip to a lot of guys. But when I came out here and I seen the actual influence, I'm like, oh, they're like they're the shit. Like, this is their area. This is their region. It's like songs that I'm hearing that might be 3 years old out here. They're anthems.
Yep.
Right. But the beautiful thing is I'm moving out here. I'm getting hip to it. And I'm like, yo, I'm realizing it's an anthem for a reason. Mm-hmm. So if this is just me, imagine all the other thousands of millions of people who come out here and they get hip to the music. And I'm putting my homies back home onto shit.
Do they fuck with it?
Of course. It's always going to be 50-50. You know what I mean? It's always going to be 50. If I show my New York family some Memphis shit, they might be like, oh, it's too country.
Right.
So if I show them some LA shit, they might not rock with it or they might rock with it. But if I show my VA people, it might be the same. It's definitely a 50-50, but in different regions, music is going to slap different. If I'm in Texas, bro, that Paul Wall sitting sideways is going to hit different than anywhere.
Lil Kiki all day.
Come on, bro. So but like it might not hit the same if I'm in Detroit.
Yeah. Bro,
you see what I'm saying?
You and I both work on Melrose, so like a bunch of people be coming through all the time, right?
Yeah.
This guy, how we do freestyles at the store?
Yeah,
this guy from Atlanta, he had came and he's like doing freestyle, whatever. I was like, oh, like what you doing out here in LA? Or he's like, oh, I'm just seeing what's up out here. But he's from Atlanta, right? I'm like, do you listen to anybody out here? He's like, yeah, my favorite LA rapper, DDG.
You should have just been like, you can't freestyle.
Do you understand why that doesn't make sense?
He is from LA?
No, DDG's from Pontiac.
Yeah.
But he lives out here. But the point is, like, he didn't even know.
Nothing against DDG.
Yeah, nothing against DDG, but nothing, like, he didn't bring up, like, not even like a YG or like something like that.
Draco.
Or Draco,
for sure. And I definitely can understand that there's people out here, artists that you hear and it seems like a household name.
Yeah.
But say when you get a person from a random state on the East Coast, they might not have ever heard of them. But there's also big artists you could say big artists from their town who people out here have never heard of.
You know what I'm saying? You brought up the way you brought up Memphis is like the perfect example. Because look, everywhere in the country, like you'll hear Moneybag Yo, you'll hear
everywhere,
you'll hear that shit out here. You feel me? Unfortunately, you're not hearing Blue Bucks Clan in Memphis.
Yeah. No. But that's because like the magnifying glass has. And also when the magnifying glass hit their region, those artists were so dope that even they still are able to rock. Like they're bigger than just, the area. Their music now, they've took advantage of it and now they're going crazy and they still dropping anthems. So everywhere has their time. A few years ago it was Detroit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a region that's gonna seem like there's cement, but it's just because like it's that region's time.
Yeah, and I was really tripping out when I heard Shorty Shorty for the first time.
He's fire.
I thought Shorty Shorty was from LA because of the Obituary song. That sounds like a super LA song, and then I see the music video, I'm like, this is not even California.
Yeah, nah.
Well, he's kind of from LA,
right? But
you feel me, affiliation wise.
Yeah.
But who else like sounds like that?
But I would say it's like, because clearly he's from back home, but he came out here, he just grinded, he just went crazy, probably got influenced.
Yeah.
He just making anthems, and I could kind of relate because I'm kind of the same way, bro. Like when people meet me, they be thinking I'm from here. But that's because like I've absorbed the culture. I'm inspired, and I'm also moving around. Like that's a lot of things. A lot of people, they come out here and they're not rappers. Yeah. So they don't have to move through certain parts of areas.
They're not going to the sections.
Yeah, they're not going through certain areas or being around people who live in those areas and are from those areas. Like when I first moved here, bro, I lived in the valley for the first 2 years or so. So even when I was out more in like the Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks areas, it's a lot of artists that I was like, I didn't even get hip to living out there. You know what I mean? So
you had to go to the trenches.
I had to get more in. But once you get hooked, there's no, like, I'm gonna be listening to a lot of these artists I listen to now probably forever.
Yeah, I mean, well, I want to get into more how you met Desto, but also being with hang out with Desto and stuff like that has also kind of opened you to more.
For sure.
Out here.
Shouts to Dubb, man.
For sure. Yeah, man. That's the homie, man. Definitely like one of my biggest role models. He's just a real genuine dude. I first met him in 2021. I just seen him on Melrose, doing his thing. Just, say what's up.
That's not that long ago.
Picture with him. It's not that long ago, but like it feel like it. Yeah. Shit a time ago. But since the first time I met him, he was mad genuine. Fast forward, say maybe last year, a couple months ago. Fast forward, I randomly see it like an application on Indeed, and it's for cough syrup, and I'm like, there's no way.
Shouts to my older brother.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way, but I apply, and I just cross my fingers. You know, next thing you know, I had an interview with Dubb. He took a risk on me, and like, it's just dope working for him and seeing his brand grow. And also, you know, we got a song together. He's just a real dude.
That's hard.
Like, you know, did a song with me. It's an anthem in itself. Chosen remix. Make sure y'all go check that out. So
Run it.
It's been fun, and you know, just working there on Melrose.
Yeah.
It's been a dope experience. I love seeing everybody's fashion, love seeing everybody's drive. It's an area where you can't be lazy. Like when I'm on Melrose, I just feel like I just need to work.
Yeah, but Melrose gets kind of cracking though sometimes. Have you seen anything crazy on Melrose?
Man, I've seen all types of shit, like all types of crazy random
just like.
But I feel like that's every day out here.
What's up with the Melrose finessers? Like
real,
like the fools outside, like doing like gypsy parlor card tricks.
Yeah,
you know, and they catching people. But I mean, shout out to them. You know, I see them. I just keep going my way. They do their thing. I do mine. Like, but they crazy.
They really be getting
when I see people walking towards it, I just be like, damn. You know,
you're not from here for sure if you walking towards it. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, they're not.
Yeah, man, it's tricky.
I also like the fact that there's like no good like food spots in a walkable distance from like where,
1000%.
like, where we're at. Like
1000%.
Everything is
actually. You know what?
Is a Mexican spot not good?
It's just like, bro, it's a kind of just expensive for what I'm.
The Rango is a little expensive.
Like I want to get Chipotle, but it's like a
shout out Uber Tuba.
Yeah,
Uber Tuba.
Oh yes, yeah.
They always deliver every time you know that smoothie gonna hit.
The Cybos too be going crazy, yeah.
But like just back to saying, you know, working for Dubb, it's been a dope, you know, amazing experience, and just being in that, I have met a lot of artists, you know, since then, all the rappers, models, anybody, whenever they in LA, they come through Cough Syrup to get their drip. So it's just been dope, just meeting different people, networking with different people.
And Dubb's really, like, a lot of people aren't even aware of his history. He's been a factor in LA for a long ass time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's running around with Overdose and all them back in the day. Like people weren't even aware of that era. And, and every time, like I've never really got to know Dubb like that personally, but I've never heard a single bad thing about him, and that's so rare in this city full of fucking haters. You feel me? Man. Full of politics and ops and all this and that. But I've never heard someone try to smut Dubb because he is real as they come.
Yeah, he a real one, man. Shout out to the whole Cough Syrup crew for sure.
Tell me more about how you got into music and what your music journey has been like.
So, how I got into music, this gonna sound cliche, but bro, literally since birth. You know, literally since birth, I've been into music. Both my parents, my whole family's from New York, but both my parents, they from Queensbridge. So, you know, that's a hip hop mecca right there.
Nas.
Come on, bro.
Fucking come on.
Yeah, so, you know, growing up with parents from there, all I'm listening to coming up is legends. You know, Mobb Deep, 50. My parents, they playing Kanye. Right. You know, and then they just getting me hip to a lot of different artists. Big Pun. You know, Jadakiss. Skill artists,
real New York classic golden era.
You know, so just growing up in the back seat, I'm not even knowing. I'm hearing like penmanship, crazy wordplay, you know, and I feel like that played a big part into it. You know, my parents for sure, and then they would play all types of R&B, Aretha Franklin's, you know, all type of different types of music. So music has always just been around for me, and all my cousins, they used to rap and do their thing. So that just definitely motivated me to start, you know, rhyming. I was always Lil Cuz, like, I'll just follow up. If we freestyling, I'll spit the last few bars. But I'm just trying to be like my big cousins and stuff.
Right.
But I always had a journal writing rhymes, bro. Literally, if you could ask anybody where I'm from since 4th, 5th grade, just always writing music. And then, you know, I'm from that era when YouTube first came out. So I remember I dropped a rap song on YouTube when I was like 15, 16 called Popular. And when that one dropped, it kind of... The reaction, that was the first one I seen a reaction from people. A good reaction. Because before they were saying I was trash.
Right.
Which I was.
What'd you record it on?
Bro, we recorded that on GarageBand with a Nintendo Wii mic.
Respect.
Shout out my god, brother.
That's
Justin.
hard.
This how long ago this was. You know what I'm saying? We recorded that on some makeshift. You know what I mean? So I seen the reaction from my peers, you know, everybody, and they're like, this is good.
Yeah.
And after that, I just knew I always wanted to just do music. So I've been putting music on the internet now for almost like 12 years, bro. No cap.
Just there you go.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey. And that's why I tell people, if you really want to pursue it, just give it your all. You know, you can't look at other people's paths. People be like, man, he blew up in 6 months. He blew up in a year. He made one song. Everybody's path is different. Like, if I would have given up when my first year of music, when all my homies was telling me my shit was trash, I'd never be here sitting talking to y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just have to just keep it going. Don't quit. And honestly, looking back, my first about 7 to 8 years of making music, now I look back at it, everything was a learning lesson, but it's not my best. Like when I moved out here, I had to kind of just rebrand. And now I feel like shit is fine. I'm starting to really feel happy with my own music.
That's good.
I mean, so even when you're not good at it, if you know that's what you want to be, keep going.
Keep pushing, baby.
Keep pushing.
Like motherfucking Bun B said, you feel me? Keep on pushing.
Yeah.
Now, coming from where you from, what is there gangs out there? What's like the streets like out there?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people haven't heard of that whole region, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's gangs everywhere you go, but all throughout Virginia, like I said, it's different parts of it. It's so many different parts of Virginia, and each area kind of has their own things going on. But, you know, there's a lot of gangs back home, but not like here.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole different politics. They not really, you know, depending on where you at, they not really worried about Bloods, Crips, stuff like that. Depending on where
block to block, turf to turf type shit.
Definitely. But it all just, you know, depends on where you at for sure.
But fools still getting smoked over stupid shit. Like,
that's all through the country for sure.
But now, so what was the adjustment like? You know, obviously, like you said, you're really absorbing the culture.
Yeah.
You're in them sections. What was it like coming to LA? Like, did you have to kind of like educate yourself?
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a culture shock. Especially like in the streets, you know, definitely have to learn everything going on because y'all got your own, you know, it's own galaxy, you know. But I wasn't green, you know, I wasn't green to shit, you know what I'm saying? Coming out here, like I said, all my family's from New York, so I already lived up there for years learning. I'm very street smart,
right?
You know what I mean? And I don't play a character or nothing like that. I'm not trying to act tough, but like, you know, I'm aware. Yeah. You know, I've been through a lot of shit. You feel me? Like coming up on the East Coast, it wasn't sweet. So, you know, coming out here, I definitely had to learn a lot of the politics and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm gonna move through wherever. You know what I mean? I'm respectful to wherever I go, so I get respect back.
I think that last sentence right there is the key to going different places.
Yeah.
So you show respect, you're gonna get it.
Yeah. And I've been all through everywhere. You know, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, you know, Virginia, DC. I done moved through a lot of tricky places, but it's just all about how you carry yourself. Absolutely. You know what I mean? It's just all about how you carry yourself.
As someone from Virginia, can you explain for people that don't know the difference between Virginia and West Virginia?
I can definitely explain that, but you know, it's definitely two different states.
Yeah,
I don't think a lot. You know, it's definitely literally two different states.
I don't think there's really that many black people in West Virginia like that compared to
the population is much slimmer than Virginia.
Yeah,
but it's definitely two different places. West Virginia, there's mountains in Virginia. Don't get me wrong, but West Virginia is like a mountain state.
It's hillbilly as fuck. It's like
Appalachians, huh?
Yeah,
it's hillbilly as fuck for sure. You have parts of Virginia that's like that too, though. But that's more the whole state. You know what I mean? Opposed to Virginia, like I said, it's different parts. You got the DMV, you got the beach.
Yeah.
You know, we got
Virginia
cities, beaches, countries, everything.
Hell yeah.
In Virginia, and then West Virginia. It definitely has its rural areas, but it's more mountain-like.
Y'all got Richmond, y'all got Hampton, y'all got Norfolk. You feel me?
Bro.
Like
we got all that.
Virginia Beach.
Yes, sir.
There's a whole different.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think about all the legacy of artists that come from
bro.
Virginia. People don't realize.
Pusha T from over there.
Pusha T, of course. Yeah.
Virginia's the sauce, bro.
I'm talking about like the Neptunes, Pharrell, motherfucking Timberland, Missy Elliott. You feel me? Like so much talent.
So
like,
much talent, bro. And it's still a lot of talent.
There you go. Well, yeah, that's a little bit.
What'd you say?
Shaq Lizzy.
That's DC.
He from DC,
That's DC.
But you in the right path. You in the right path. But yo, Virginia got so many legends, whether it's music or sports.
Isn't like Teddy Riley in them from out there?
Yo, Devontae Swings.
Like the musical legacy in Virginia is out of control.
A lot of legendary producers, a lot of legendary, you know, fashion people. Pharrell. I know y'all seen Pharrell going crazy with Louis.
Yeah.
And we got too much talent from VA. And also, you know, I feel like growing up for me, I had that. I moved to Virginia in 5th grade. Before that, I was in New Jersey and New York. So, you know, I moved to VA, and I'm kind of like,
like this or like that? Which one is it?
It's like this, depending on where the camera at. But so I had a lot of up north and southern inspiration. So it definitely like influenced me a lot.
Yeah, because it's like the South, but a lot of it don't feel like it's like the Mid-Atlantic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Virginia, I would say is the first state of the South. People will argue. That's a whole argument in itself. But for me, Virginia is like the first state of the South. But the lower you get, I used to live in North Carolina too. But like the lower you get, it just gets different. Mm-hmm. You know, it gets different the lower you get in the South for sure. But Virginia is like in the mid, it's definitely still hip. You know,
what drew you to LA as opposed to Atlanta? Because a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, that's a great question, bro. And when you from the East Coast, usually your options are New York or Atlanta.
Yeah.
Miami for some, Texas for some, but definitely just New York and Miami. And I ran all through New York growing up. You know what I mean? I really wanted to live. I lived in New York the summer of 2016. I wanted to move there after college to pursue music, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I was broke. I couldn't make that move. You feel me? I had a degree in fashion, so the whole time I'm in college, I'm aiming like after college we're going to New York, after college we're going to New York. But when it couldn't happen just because of my situation, I had to stick it out in VA. And I was there for like 2-3 years after college. Boom, COVID hit. You know what I'm saying? My right-hand man had just moved to LA before COVID hit. And so once it hit, now I got unemployment money. I got a little cheese. But also I'm working at round 2 at the time. And as y'all know, round 2, it became no longer. So I was kind of up in the air, like, what am I going to do with my life? My man's hit me from Cali. He's like, yo, move out here. I'm like, move out there? Wound up moving out there. You know what I'm saying? So COVID really brought me here.
Damn.
I always thought it was going to be New York, but COVID brought me here.
During a post-apocalyptic scenario, he ran right towards the zombies.
Literally. Yo, bro. So coming from where I was at in the South to here, people back home were definitely taking COVID serious. You know what I mean? It was taking over the whole country. But when I came out here, y'all were on lockdown.
Yeah,
it was like lockdown my whole first year. Yeah. When I was in Virginia, we were still moving mask on. You know what I'm saying? We were still moving around grocery store. But when I came here, it was like ghost town.
A lot of people moved out.
And that's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing when I came here. Like, I came here and I realized it was strict. Like, you can't get in there's no, like, bars is open. I mean, bars is closed. Closed is closed. I'm like, oh, shit.
Pre-COVID LA and post-COVID LA is like two different.
It's very different.
Different era.
Well, like, especially, I mean, there's several reasons why, but I'll say this. I normally can't stand out-of-towners, and I want them to get the fuck out of here, but you hella cool. And
much love.
Like, I'm glad.
Much love, okay.
Like, stay. You
much
feel
love,
me?
yeah,
like,
bro.
Because you one of the good ones.
Yeah,
bro. A lot of people that move here, they think that, I don't know, like, what did you think like a person from LA was like before you came here?
I will say, y'all do have to understand that the media, Hollywood, definitely when people talk about stereotypes, they portray LA in itself a certain way. Mm-hmm. Like when I came here, it didn't look or feel anything how I thought it was gonna look or feel. You see what I'm saying? Like it didn't even look like what I was imagining before. But what I seen wasn't even it. So
what were you expecting, like Friday?
For sure.
You were expecting Friday?
I was definitely more, but that's because, I moved to, I was in like the Van Nuys area. You see what I'm saying? But I was definitely expecting Friday, Boys in the Hood. I was more picturing a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But that was
I think what the media doesn't portray, which gets really overlooked, is the fact that, like, this is a predominantly Hispanic city. You know what I mean? Like, we're technically, I say it on every podcast, y'all sick of hearing it, we in Mexico. This is Califas right here.
It's kind of like Miami.
Yeah, like, well, Miami, most people don't speak English. Straight up. Like, that's Miami, it'd be like that. And my theory on Miami is anybody that speaks Spanish can find the blow very easily. I don't give a fuck if it's like a tia walking out, you feel me? Or like a youngster, no matter what.
It'd be like that, huh?
They got that. They got that one punk all the way.
Tell me about the Mexican food over there on the East Coast. Do you have any? Is it good?
The thing is, bro, if you look it up, to all the listeners back home, y'all might not be hip to this. Bro, on the East Coast, especially, I think it was created in Virginia, either Virginia or North Carolina. Somebody gonna correct it. But there's a thing called white sauce, which you don't find anywhere else, apparently, at other Mexican restaurants. It's not authentic. It's not an authentic Mexican thing. Yeah. But all the restaurants in Virginia have this stuff called white sauce. You go wherever and get it. You know what I mean? So,
is that sour cream or something? Or
it sounds sus as fuck.
I know it's a wild name. Pause. But hey, bro, if you from VA, your VA followers, they gonna be like, oh yeah, I can't believe you brought that up. But
Mumbo sauce is fire in DC.
Mumbo sauce is fire.
Mumbo sauce goes stupid.
So they have like a signature thing that you get at the Mexican restaurants out there, but out here it's smoking. It's way better.
Okay.
Like California, LA specifically has the best from my experience.
No, you're
has
not
the
wrong.
best Mexican food in the country from my experience.
Go to Dago.
That's still
Okay.
that's still Southern Cali. You feel me?
No, yeah.
I'm gonna give it to the state. I'm gonna just give it to the whole state.
Give it to the whole
Yeah,
state.
give it to the
Give it
state.
to
Don't
the
give it
whole
to
state.
Texas.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure people in Texas right now, they probably punching the air. They might.
Oh no, that's
nah.
All right.
This is a constant back and forth.
Okay.
But
Texas Mexican food is Americanized as fuck. It's
Virginia's
not
is
good.
too.
It's not good. Sorry.
Virginia's is too.
there's some good barbacoa, but it's like you feel
There's some
me?
fire
Like, yeah,
Mexican
like-
spots in Virginia too, though. I ain't gonna shit on 'em.
But what I imagine Virginia got, because I know for sure Miami got it like a motherfucker,
Yeah.
is Peruvian food, Cuban food,
Yes.
Colombian, all fire as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
Dominican food, all that shit is off the Richter out there.
But since we talking about food, we're talking about states, Virginia food overall kicks Cali's ass.
Really?
What do you guys
Blows
even
it
eat
out
out
the water.
there?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Out of the say less, if you say I've been to maybe 32 states in my life. 30. Let's say 30. Cali's low.
What?
What the fuck?
I've been to
Cali. The only thing saving y'all is the Mexican food.
That's crazy.
And if you ask anybody who's not from Cali that, they're gonna tell you the same.
You've never had an avocado toast?
Avocado toast fire.
No, I've been to like damn near 48 states,
Yeah, like-
49 states. I've been to probably every state at this point.
Yeah.
To say Cali's low when there's places like Kentucky and Ohio is wild.
Idaho?
You feel
Kentucky,
me?
it's down there with Cali. But Kentucky, don't sleep on Kentucky. Kentucky up there.
No, so I'm assuming when you're referring to the bomb food of VA, it's like on some soul food, barbecue
Man, listen,
type.
Seafood?
Seafood is
Seafood.
smoking y'all. The seafood
Okay, yeah.
better. But the thing, y'all have the best Mexican food, period. Like,
Yeah.
no state can go toe to toe with that. But overall, dining in LA is trash.
We got fire sushi too. We close to Japan.
Y'all got
You feel
fire
me?
sushi.
Like,
Korean barbecue.
New York got y'all.
Yeah.
Nah,
We
I'm
got
not even
fire-
giving y'all Korean barbecue. Literally, the only thing good that I could say, bro, it'd be a struggle to find good eats in Cali, bro.
You're tripping.
bro, my feelings just hurt. Like,
Bro,
what the fuck?
Straight up, you tripping.
But I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I feel like a lot of people agree with me.
Damn.
What do you like out? What do you like out here, other than the Mexican?
New Yorkers, by the way, swear that our food is trash.
Oh yeah, for sure. They don't
and-
say it for people are not saying that for no reason though.
And I'm not gonna lie, New York food is fire as fuck, and you could get like their Chinese food, for example, like makes
That fucked my head up when I came out here, bro.
our
on the
Chinese
East-
food is dog shit compared
Bro,
to theirs.
Is it? I like
Yeah.
it. I think it's good.
Is it dog
telling
shit
you.
or is it actual Chinese food? That's where it's
Like,
like,
bro,
that's
like-
why I'm confused. Because look, on the
That's
East
the other-
Coast, the Chinese, like growing up, my idea, like Chinese food was way different. The rice is different. You can go to the Chinese spot where I'm from, bro, and get 4 wings and fries. There's nothing Chinese about that dish, but you get it from the Chinese food spot. You see what I'm saying? Like the food and the way it's cooked, everything is different. When I came here, I'm like, oh, go get some Chinese food or order it such and such. You know, I'm noticing a couple things isn't on the menu. So I'm like, that was the first red flag. I'm like, damn, they don't got, beef
got
ribs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't got ribs here. Like what's going on here? But then as I order the food, I get to the crib, I open it up. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's different.
And I'm
food.
realizing it's a completely different.
I've never seen East Coast Chinese food. That sounds crazy.
When we go out there, you feel it like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
down.
like I
We gonna
don't
go
know
to-
if I could call the Chinese food here bad because maybe it's actual.
I think it's. I
see
think
what I'm saying?
there's
It's
some
actual-
fire Chinese food out here, but compared to New York, like New Yorkers won't eat Chinese food in LA.
Nah.
Like I won't eat Mexican food in New York.
I respect that.
You feel, yeah,
I respect that.
1000%.
Yeah, I respect that.
Probably-
I respect
Yeah,
that.
like-
I respect that. Yup.
And there's a lot of other genres of cuisine. You can. I mean,
And there's
like,
a lot of things. But the thing is, though, the crazy. I will say another thing I like in LA. I know they're gonna roast me for this. I know there's probably some head ass shit, bro. When I came here, I didn't know y'all was on the hot chicken wave like this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know that's probably a no brainer to y'all.
No,
bro,
but
when
look-
I came here and I seen Nashville, I'm like, am I missing something?
No, that's
I'm
high key,
like,
though.
where the fuck are all these Nashville hot chicken? I'm in LA.
Bro, they just came out of nowhere. Low
How
key.
many Nashville people live?
Yeah, no,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
that,
caught me
that's
off
been
guard.
that's
That
been a
caught me off
trendy.
guard.
I want to say that's damn near like post-COVID or
Oh,
like
that's new.
Yeah.
during yeah.
Oh.
That's a trend, just like birria is a trend out here now. You feel me? Like birria has always been fire, but a lot of people.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
That shit caught me off guard, and I never every corner, every 5 miles you go out here, hot chicken.
No, that's new. That's new. Like there's always certain spots like Dave's or whatever.
Oh
been
yeah,
around.
staples,
Yeah.
those staples and shit.
But like to be honest with you, nah, that's new booty LA right there. Yeah.
For sure, that caught me off guard. But LA do got some bomb, they do got some bomb food spots. For sure. But for the most part, it's a dub.
Damn.
Like a W? Like a we
Not a dub.
It's a dub. Like it's bad.
I don't speak that language.
East Coast, a dub means it's a rap. Like it's.
It's a dub?
Yeah, like a dub is not a W. A dub is a loss.
You guys say that's out? That's out.
Nah, y'all said that out here. Y'all whole lingo is different.
Yeah,
My favorite food spot in LA though is a spot called Little Kingston though.
Okay,
Jamaican spot.
Jamaican
which,
spot?
by the way, is Jamaican food way better in the East Coast as well.
For sure. But I mean, you don't really have Jamaicans out here.
Not as many. No.
I think the Jamaicans that I've met, most of them out here are from like the East Coast.
Yeah,
They moved out here
1000%.
too. Yeah. So, but that's my
Jamaicans
favorite
be in
food spot.
Toronto and London and New York and shit like that.
Yeah. But y'all lingo, everything is different.
Yeah, man.
We got a lot of words, bro. You probably never heard. Like depending on VA, we got all types of slang. Sice, boost, gone head, head ass. You know what I mean? Main, like people like when customers come into the store, bro, and I hear they lingo, I'm like, hey, bro, you from VA? They're like, how you know, bro? You know what I'm saying? So it's like
head ass. Like I'd be like,
well, they say that
busted force head ass.
Nah, they say head ass everywhere, but it's like in my part where I'm from, like say if you say something right, somebody just might be like head ass.
Oh, like dead ass.
Nah, it's like it don't even mean nothing. It's just like
damn
something we say.
I feel like my brain would break. I was talking to a bunch of people.
Like when I'm talking to my little brother and I'd be like, yeah, man, I was homesick like shit. He gonna be like head ass. It's like just like
okay, I get it now.
Looking boy,
Yeah.
it's almost like you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay.
What was the first one you said? Sice or some shit? What'd you say?
I don't. Yeah, sice is something I don't say. That's more of like a DMV thing. I got hip to that word. Got hip is another VA thing. But I got hip to sice when I first went to ODU and I meet people from up in Northern Virginia, and I'd be like, say I might be like, yo, that party was a movie. They be like, bro, you sicing.
Lying, you capping.
Like I'm boosting.
You're exaggerating.
Exaggerating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I
Yeah.
might get some tree from the plug. And he'd be like, yeah, bro, I siced it for you too.
I put extras on it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's so many different words in VA that we say, bro. So many different slang. It's crazy.
I love that. I'm always fascinated.
Carry is another one. It's like trying to play. Like, bro, you trying to carry me. Like you trying to play me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow. What about you're in a close enough proximity for me to ask you this question. Yeah. What about the wildest accent in the entire United States? Baltimore.
Baltimore's accent is pretty wild. I'm gonna go ahead and say it before I even think of the other states. Top 3 for sure.
Yeah, top 3.
For sure. They're top 3 off the rip for sure.
She nailed that too.
Well, I don't know, bro. Some of them southern, like them Alabamas.
Oh yeah, it'd be
like they accent be OD. But I say the top 3 wildest accents in the country for me.
Memphis.
I'm gonna go Memphis, Baltimore, New York.
Yeah, I would say New York too.
Oh, what about we got to throw Massachusetts in here somewhere. They're just wild.
It's a lot of wild ones. Honestly, a lot of people out here in Cali, I be telling them, bro, you got an accent.
Right.
They be like, no, we don't. No, we don't. Yes, y'all do.
We have multiple accents.
Yeah, it's multiple.
Yeah.
There's multiple.
There's the South Central accent. You feel me?
Yeah,
like that.
for sure.
East Los Angeles.
Yeah, there's like the East Los,
for sure.
East
More
Los,
Hispanic,
like
yeah.
Chicano accent, and then there's like the bro, dude, white boy accent.
Definitely.
Like,
They have that Pasadena accent. You know what I'm saying?
Brentwood accent, bro.
Yeah. It's for sure. I think you broke it down perfect.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Bay, Doug?
You know what? I have been to the Bay. The only city I got. I'm gonna tell you the story.
You got
bro.
bipped, huh?
Nah, I didn't get bipped. I didn't even have wheels when I was up there.
I got bipped.
I used to work for Second Street. It's like a thrift store. A lot of people. You know this one on Melrose.
Yeah.
And they had sent me up to Berkeley to train.
Shouts to B-Town.
Shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Lil B too, the bass guy.
Shouts to Brandon. That's my folks, right?
We got a banger. We got a song.
Oh, that's my folks.
Yeah, we got a song. I'm gonna send it to you. It's called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I need that.
Me and him got a track.
I need that.
So shout out to Lil B. But I was out in Berkeley. It rained, bro, for 5 days straight.
Oh yeah.
When I tell you it rained for 5 days straight, the whole entire time I was up there, I couldn't do shit but work. I was worked back. It was like I didn't even have a jacket. You know what I'm saying? I went up there with like a little hoodie, bro. It just rained the whole time that I was up there. But shout out to the Bay. I got to get back up there and move around more and network with people. There's a lot of people I fuck with.
I feel like you would thrive in the Bay.
I'll let it go back. You know what I'm saying? I've been so stationed out here that I haven't had a chance to really move around out there, but I'm about to change that this year for sure.
I'm trying to go to Seattle. Shout out Seattle.
Yeah, shouts to Seattle. You feel me? Like
Pacific Northwest.
I had to throw it up top one time.
I've never been to Washington State. My brother used to live in Fort Lewis, though. You heard of that?
I'm not sure about Fort Lewis, but you want to talk about some of the best food in the country? Seattle got that.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Because there's so many different...
That's a bold statement.
Well, and I'll tell you why right now, and you'll understand. There's like a lot of people from the Pacific Northwest are originally Pacific Islanders. There's a lot of Samoans, a lot of Hawaiians, a lot of Filipinos. There's a lot of... So that and just their Asian population. There's a lot of Thai people, a lot of Japanese people.
People from Cali, too, that move up there.
People from Cali that move up there, and then you kind of mix that with all the natives that are already from there, like the Lumi Nation, like the Native Americans from up there. And it just creates like a bomb-ass cuisine everywhere you go. Some of the best Thai food you'll ever have if you fuck with that. Some of the best Filipino food
seafood
if you fuck with that. Seafood off the chain.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull up, bro, for sure. That should sound amazing.
And white girls that will go.
I believe it.
They will go.
I believe it.
What are your plans for your music this year, bro? What are you trying to accomplish with it?
Bro, with this year with music, I'm just trying to make, I got a phrase, it's called anthems only. You know what I'm saying? I'm only dropping anthems. Every song I drop is gonna move you in a different way. It might be one that you gotta slap, in the whip, like some West Coast vibes. I think I'm about to drop a song on Valentine's Day. It might be something for the ladies.
Oh, definitely.
Or like, I know you heard that. Like my last joint, the Chosen remix or the Cough Syrup Hoodie freestyle, it just might be just one that the bass just goes crazy on. So this year I'm dropping all different type of records, all different type of anthems. You know what I mean? Just trying to flood it with music. I'm working on a project right now. You know what I mean? I'm just about to just drop a lot of new music, a lot of new visuals. I want to work with more artists. It's a lot of LA artists and producers I want to work with. So this the year to make that happen.
Who's producing on your project right now though? The one you was just talking about?
Man, so right now, I got my boy OJ Finesse on there. I got my boy 48th Street. They both from VA. I got my boys Mook and Neo. They engineering it. So it's a lot of in-house right now for this project, but I'm ready to work with some new people too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of LA artists and producers I want to work with.
How's the music scene out there when you were like going to studios out there?
Bro, that's an amazing question, bro. The VA scene is lit. It's lit, bro. It's so lit, on a local level, or more on a regional level. But it's a lot of different people in different places that's just going crazy. It's so many different styles. We got a lot of lyricists, a lot of trap artists. We got like emo punk artists. We got literally every sound all throughout Virginia. You know what I mean? So moving out there, it's a lot of small shows. Like it's the college market too. So it's a lot of different markets you could tap into. It's like a lot of local radio stations. So in VA, if you want to like make a name for yourself and get your music out there, also get your face card out there, you have to move around.
It's underground shit.
It's underground. You got to be rocking if there's a city, right? Say Richmond. You know what I mean? The Camel. There's so many different stages and places that you can perform at. You have to literally check everyone off the list. I'm performing at all the 6 options here in this city. I'm gonna go to the next perform. I'm gonna network with everybody in the area. You know what I mean? Because it's very competitive too.
Yeah.
So
isn't Lil Ugly Mane from out there?
I think so. The name sound familiar. I think so.
Yeah.
So like just out there, you really kind of gotta be in the streets with it, pushing your music the same way here. But it's not that many outlets as far as major shit. What I'm trying to say is, if I'm in LA, I literally, if I'm driving through, I see Capitol Records. You seeing like these places are here, not too far from you. In Virginia, not so much. There's not a lot of opportunities as far as on the commercial tip. So you really just got to build your name within your community, within the streets, by being outside and just having a good name too. I definitely feel like for me, when I just moving around, I was shaking so many hands, met so many dope, amazing artists in Virginia. It's a small area. So you got to be a good person, and your name also got to be good. That's one thing that's going to help you out there.
And how did because I know you said you're into fashion. How did that tie into your come up?
Man, just like music, I've always been into fashion. Like, my family's from New York, so fashion has always been it for me. And just coming up, I was a sneakerhead. I had all the Jeremy Scotts, foams, Jordans, everything, retro kicks. I was a sneakerhead, bro, coming up. That's what people knew me for in my area, So people knew me more as being for a sneakerhead than a music. So just coming up for me, I was into fashion, more street fashion. You know what I mean? And then after high school, my peoples, they were just like, bro, you either gonna have to go to college or the military. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna just go to college for fashion. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. But when I got into the courses, I didn't know it was gonna be what I was gonna learn about. I only took fashion because I was in the shoes. And then just studying fashion, just meeting so many different people, stylists, designers, models, just learning about the history of it, all the different amazing, legendary designers, it really made me form a love for it. And so I'm into all different types of fashion now. And just stepping into the modeling world, modeling is something I always wanted to do. And that's something I got into recently. Stepping into the modeling world has really made me love fashion as well.
So, LA fashion versus New York fashion?
LA fashion versus New York fashion. This is a tricky debate. So, what do you mean by that question?
Like, who do you think has better drip?
Honestly, this is gonna be a cliche answer. It's different. It's different, bro.
Say what you really want to say, bro.
Nah, it's different. Like with
say
food,
what you really want to say.
With food is different, but with fashion is just different because I feel like New York. I don't look at LA as a fashion capital. Like it is though. It is though. Don't get me wrong because all the business is here. But when I think about my first thought when I think fashion is street fashion. Like dudes in New York, East Coast, they putting it on in a completely different way.
They 6 months to a year ahead of us.
6 months to a year ahead, like,
and we a year ahead of everybody else.
And the average kid in New York is into street fashion. Like style is just a thing. You know what I mean? Opposed to out here, I notice one thing when I'm out here, if I'm in a certain region, people are kind of more dressed a similar way, and it's probably been like that for a long time. But coming out here, bro, like when I'm moving around certain parts, Echo Park and stuff, like when I look at the people, they might not even care about fashion, but they don't even know their style is so fly.
No,
it's like
if they're in Echo Park, they definitely care about fashion. Like I promise you.
Like their style, they have style here. Yeah, classic style.
Yeah,
like you can see, like say like the Cholo style or whatever, like that type of style. Like you see that it's a whole movement, a culture around it. Like shout out to all the homies I met, through modeling with Shaka Wear and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of those people I see, their style is like. It's in their DNA. It's like in their culture. Like it's deep. They might not trying to get all the different basketball shoes, but the way they even do that, like you see the girls with the face paint. Mm-hmm. It's like a different. It's just different, bro.
Yeah.
I can't really compare New York and LA fashion because it's just a whole different world. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather compare a DC dude to a New York dude because they're trying to cop all the new kicks.
But they like DC, they be into like the Nike boots and all that shit. Yeah, they have like weird taste.
They got a different style for sure. And like they wear, under like bro, another thing is, bro, when I came out here and I was seeing people with New Balances, not the first year or two I was here. I say maybe the third year I was here. I was seeing all these people wearing New Balances. Mind you, I'm so VA, I'm thinking this is like the DMV shit. Like I only see people wearing New Balance stylish when I'm back home. Uh-huh. This is my thought. But I'm seeing all these people wearing these New Balance 1500s and everything. I'm like, I know all these motherfuckers not from the DMV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm realizing like, damn, New Balance is trendy now.
It is.
Kind of like what you were saying, like with the music.
Right.
And the DMV, New Balance is the Air Force. Like New Balance is the Jordan 1. New Balance is the shoe. So when I came here and started seeing people wearing it, I'm like, wow, the influence is so big back home. Now it's all over the country. Now everywhere you go, from a mom, a grandma, a kid, male or female, like everybody, New Balance is normal.
Yeah, everyone rocks those.
Everybody rocks it. But when I was growing up, it was definitely more of a regional thing. Like if I seen a dude with a certain look, skinny jeans, compression shirt, locks, shiesty over it, New Balances, I'm already knowing he's DMV.
Yeah.
Now, you never know.
That sounded like someone from LA right now.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like seeing that style trickle over the whole country is crazy. Like, it's just different. And in LA, I don't feel like you don't see people on other regions dressing how folks dress here. Mm-hmm. It's just more of a Cali thing.
What about the MCM backpacks?
That had its time period.
Are they cool still? I don't know.
In 2014, bro.
It had its time.
2014.
Such an LA thing.
You were a joint, but like that's before people knew what Mode Creation Munich was and all that shit. Like you know what I mean. But now
I don't even know what that is right now.
MCM, stupid.
Oh, I just know the backpack.
But honestly, like to me though, like that's like I look at MCM as a throwback. I'm a little bit older, so MCM was really cracking in the late '80s, early '90s. Big Daddy Kane, a lot of like the them rappers, Slick Rick would have like the MCM jackets and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so that pattern is a classic.
Yeah, and like I was saying, you can't really compare because New York is like a place where they redefine this shit. Like they redefine style like every season. Every year it just switches up so much. And like a lot of things, like for you saying, but the MCM backpack get hit out here, like you said, Big Daddy Kane and all of them, they were already doing it. It's some throwback shit.
12 years before that.
Yeah.
Literally.
Some throwback shit, you know what I'm saying? But dudes down south, they was doing the MCM bags, Gucci bags, a lot of them were Fugazi.
Yeah.
But the same out here.
Yeah.
A lot of them Fugazi out here too.
Shout out to motherfucking Santiago.
Shout out to Santiago.
I never wore one though. That was never my drip.
Have you been to Santiago? No way.
Nah, I might have been there with my shorty.
That's our Canal Street.
Yeah, I have. I have.
Yeah, it's fire.
I have.
I'm gonna go again.
That shit is dumb lit. Is there so what's like the drill music like back where you from? Is that cracking in VA like that?
They got a Richmond drill. They got a genre called Richmond drill for sure. Shout out to all the artists that make those. You know, shout out to Richmond. But I was really into the New York drill.
Yeah.
You know, drill.
Brooklyn or Bronx or Queens?
Brooklyn for sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn
so
for
you're
sure.
that era.
Bro, my favorite
Like
drill artist.
2Gs and all that.
I'm that era. Like my favorite drill artist is always gonna be Pop. Even though he evolved
I
and
love
just
Pop.
Started making all types of shit. It's definitely always gonna be Pop. Like R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
R.I.P.
Bro, when I heard he died, I had to leave work. No cap. If you worked with me at Aldi, I was working at a factory back then. You could vouch for me, bro. Pop was my favorite artist, bro. Working them fucking 8-hour shift, lifting all the boxes and shit. The only thing that would get me through is that I might just hit it raw. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like that Pop used to make
Pop
me.
Smoke was hard, yeah.
I used to get on some shit listening to Pop Smoke music. So
I
when
feel like
died,
he transcended drill though. I feel like he was just gonna be a huge rap star.
He was definitely the star from that whole. You know, him and Fabio, they definitely the stars from it. But
And Ice Spice.
And Ice Spice, she's definitely from that branch too. But there's so many artists that like how we say our favorite drill artist is Pop. If you ask a kid in Brooklyn or Queens or wherever right now, they might say some names you never heard of.
For sure.
Going to YouTube, that motherfucker got 4 million views.
Some 9-year-old drill rapper.
So it's like, you know, just to keep doubling back on everywhere's it's so many big artists that might not seem big.
Right.
Everywhere's regional.
Definitely.
Well, like as you came out here, you realized that Draco the Ruler is a god to us.
He the GOAT.
Here. Like, yeah, he's the motherfucking goat.
Yeah, like, you know, moving out here, especially, you know, working for Cough Syrup and being in that area and getting hip to his impact is just crazy. He's definitely become like my favorite artist.
Yeah, he's mine too.
You know, he's like my favorite artist, you know, Long Little Ruler. He was crazy. Like, I hear some of his bars, some of his lines, originality through the roof. Like, he was crazy.
The
So
lingo
like,
was nuts, huh? Like
everything.
Were you working? I always say this: there's only one artist I compare him to, and they're so different. But to me, he was always like, and this is one of my other favorite rappers of all time.
Yeah,
L.A. Ghostface Killer. You feel me? Like,
I can see that.
So outside the box.
So outside the box.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
nobody.
I can see that.
Nobody thinks like him.
Yeah.
The way instead of being like, yo, I got the Glock with the scope. He say I'm Luke Skywalker with this Glock playing laser tag.
Stop
like,
playing.
who the fuck would say like Draco's?
That's a good comparison for sure.
Did you work for Cough Syrup when he passed? Or
no, I had never met him before.
Okay.
Yeah, I had never met him before, but you know, once I started, I was listening to him though. I was listening to his music.
But
you know, I was already listening to his music. I just had never met him. You feel me? But once I started working for Cough Syrup, I really seen his impact. Like, I'm talking about we having a pop up with Ralphie lying down the block before the store even opened. You know, people coming to get the merch, you know, just taking that whole vibe, you know, so just seeing that alone, I'm like, damn, like, this nigga was the truth, no pun intended.
We gotta keep the truth alive.
Got to.
With that being said, though, like, I mean, obviously, Dubb was so close to him. They were like brothers.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I'm sure that gives you a whole other perspective.
Yeah, it just gives you more, just new role models to look up to. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of the game. I'm a student of the game. Like, I really love West Coast music. Like, bro, when I'm telling you, bro, when I was in 7th grade, bro, I'm wearing Dickie suits. Nobody in fucking my school was doing that. But that's because I fucking stumbled upon the Eazy-E and I just fell in love with the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bone Thugs, even though they're not from the West Coast, but, you know, that type of vibe. So I look at these artists and I'm like, damn, they really going crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
What's your top 5 West Coast artists of all time?
It's an amazing question. No order.
No order.
No order, but number one, Pac.
Okay.
No order, but number one, Pac for sure. Nipsey, Draco, Snoop, and this fifth one, I don't know if he's from LA. He's from California. His name is Del the Funky Homosapien. Yes, sir. That's gonna be my fifth one. That's gonna be my fifth one.
Let's fucking go.
You know what I'm saying?
From Oakland, California.
Who's that? What is
Shouts to the homie Del. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be my number 5.
I moved to Oakland in 2001 because I was so inspired by Del and hieroglyphics.
Bro, listen, dog. Imagine me as a kid, bro. Little brother, I was never into video games. My little brother throw me the remote. I fumble the remote. I'm old. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I'm playing the game. I'm doing kick flips. I'm wilding out, but at the same time, I'm listening to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this soundtrack is nuts. The rock music.
Right.
I'm like, where the rap?
Yeah.
Then I hear that If You Must come on.
Yeah.
I'm like,
better watch your ass.
If you must. I'm like, he's talking crazy, but he's talking on
Del
some
is the
like,
man.
He's on some whole unorthodox.
Nah, yeah, Del is.
So it's like, that was the first rapper before I got hip to, like, years later, Tyler the Creator, A$AP Rocky, the dudes doing that. Like, you know, you had your dudes say like a Weird Al doing like different shit. You know, all the time Big Pun was doing different shit, but he made a song about a funky nigga.
Yeah.
A nigga that smells.
Yeah.
There's never been any, I don't think there's another rap song about just a smelly person.
It's important to practice good hygiene.
At least if you want to run with my yo,
team.
listen, so when I heard a nigga rapping about a funky motherfucker, I'm like, nah, he's my favorite rapper.
Yeah, he is incredible.
And then I dived into his whole, you know, his music as I got older.
The first rapper to talk about taking acid.
Yo, listen, bro, he
like,
making his own beats.
Yeah.
He making his own beats, and then his swag is like, Andre 3000 is.
Right.
It's just him.
He would have like the genie hats on and
Piercings,
the nose ring and all that.
So
the
it's like,
ring,
he's a dude that definitely aspired. Like, to me, he's like a Dennis Rodman of the rap game.
He is, and he's such a. By the way, Ice Cube's cousin. I'm not sure if you knew that.
Didn't know that?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And actually did a lot of writing for Ice Cube's artists, like Yo-Yo, like different artists. So him and that's the fact that you said Del. That shows me where you at.
When I tell you I'm a student of the game, bro,
your repertoire is off the hook,
bro. But like, it's a lot of people, and just growing up, I told you I was a YouTube fiend. So say my dad put me onto Ahmad back in the day, right? He's an East Coaster. That's the only song my dad knows. But I'd take that, go to YouTube, type in Ahmad Lewis, whatever, and just listen to the albums. So I'm stuck like.
You're some deep cuts.
Yeah, you know, deep cuts.
These are deep cuts.
But at the time, these albums now are probably like, I don't know, bro, for like 14, 15, 16, a dummy old.
30 years old, bro.
Older than that.
These are albums from the mid to early 90s.
Right, I'm tripping. That's how high I am. But nah, like 30 years old. But at the time, I'm listening to him, I'm like, it's 15 years old, but I'm listening to this at the same time as Drake, T.I., Rihanna, whoever's popping. But this is I'm just studying this shit like, damn, like, none of my friends at school know none of these records. But my parents don't even know this, but I'm just studying it like, it's so many random acts, even like say like a big, I hate to say random, but I say underrated. He not from LA, obviously, but Big Pun, for example.
One of the GOATs.
Like, bro, I was digging into my pop's music stash, like at DMX, you know, I'm sliding Kirk Franklin, all that type of shit. But I come across that Big Pun album. And then I'm like hearing this shit. I'm like hearing like Puerto Rican bands on the instrumentation. I'm like,
we were just slapping Big Pun the other day, because Kenny, you know, he's our resident. He pushes back against the older generation. Not necessarily that he really means it, but he does it because to stimulate conversation and debate a lot. But there's a lot of 90s hip hop you legitimately don't feel. But when we slapping that Big Pun, I'm still not a player. You were like, yeah, this shit is hard.
I'll admit when I like a song.
Like,
it's because you have to understand, my introduction to hip hop was Soulja Boy.
Yeah. And like, you know what's crazy? How old are you, bro?
I'm 23.
You're 20. Yeah. That's what I feel like the internet era. It was levels to it. Like, for example, like growing up, until I hit about 10, 11, 12, I wasn't on the internet. Everything I heard, I had to fucking put the CD in. Yeah. And hope it plays. Yeah. Shit might scratch. And I don't hear that artist until I'm an adult again. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit for me was like actually you hearing shit your parents and your cousins are putting you onto. Because you don't have like we had Walkmans, but you don't have a phone to disconnect from whatever everybody else is around you listening to. So like you being 23, when you growing up, by the time you're able to say, I want to listen to music, you have the world to your
Yeah, you could listen to it.
You could listen to
like Dell right now. If you wanted to hear Dell, we can pull it up in 2 seconds. Back in the day, maybe the homie will have a tape with him on the B side.
Right. But like Soulja Boy, bro, he was big influential for me too.
For sure.
Like, so that being your introduction, opposed to say for mine was like a Jada Kiss or whatever, I can understand that.
Like the first thing I heard was Crank That, and I was like, damn, this shit is turned.
I can see that.
I was like 8.
I can see
crazy.
that.
Did you accidentally download?
No, my cousin showed
Just remember
me.
the whole like download scheme he ran?
Yeah,
like,
no. Well, I think that's how my cousin found him. But my cousin just like he's like, hey, come to my room. I'm gonna show you a song. And then he put on 2 songs. He put on Crank That Soulja Boy, and he put on Dead and Gone by T.I. and Justin Timberlake. And those are my 2
Big
like
records.
rap songs that I.
That was your introduction. Good introduction.
Yeah.
And I was
Dead
like,
and Gone, T.I. wing.
He
I was hooked.
He
I was
did.
hooked.
He was wigging.
I was hooked instantly.
Yeah, but no, I could definitely feel it, bro. I mean, you gotta think, bro. There's kids now who their introduction to rap is YoungBoy.
Yeah, yup.
Imagine when they turn 18, they're gonna be like, Ludacris, who the fuck is that?
They're already like that.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna but like
I fuck with Slick Rick.
just because time, like just time, the way things move, it's just different. Like you really, for a lot of acts, you gotta go back and discover.
1,000%.
You got a lot of acts, and I think that's the beautiful thing about hip hop too. Like a lot of things. Like imagine if you gave somebody who never heard a Nate Dogg album, right?
They would lose their mind.
They'd be like, he's killing this shit.
Right.
They'd be amazed, like, bro, this sounds like it could come out right now. This sounds like Ty Dolla $ign could sing it. So it's like a lot of shit you just kind of just gotta rediscover.
And there is no any of those guys without Nate. You feel
Right,
me?
right.
There's no singing hooks, period, on rap records without Nate Dogg.
Bro, listen. So a lot of shit you just gotta discover. Imagine when a young boy baby discovers Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah,
imagine that when that happens, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, he killing that shit! Like this is crazy."
Right.
That's insane.
It goes one of 2 ways. Either they're gonna be like that, or they'll be like, "Get this trash the fuck out of here."
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's that's what a lot of stuff. Like, say for example, if I show somebody a set of like, PM Dawn video, right? You know what I'm saying?
How old are you, bro?
I'm 28.
No, you're not.
I'm 28.
He's lying.
But look, imagine you show somebody that, right? They might be like, you know how groovy that video was?
R.I.P. to that fool, by the way.
They might be like, it's cheesy.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No, that's just fire.
timeless. It's fire. But videos now are not like that no more.
No.
They're in the kitchen.
Right.
3 different shots, turned up, video over. So they might not even appreciate that for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're a type of dude like me that, because there's Detroit, right? Let's look at Detroit.
Yeah.
You got, you feel me, Skilla Baby. You got Baby Smooth. You got, you know what I mean? Like you got all the Flint rappers, this whole new wave, right?
Yeah.
But then you also got like Elzai, you know what I mean? Slum Village.
Right.
Guilty Simpson, like a whole other.
Hobson.
He's actually from Panorama City. Oh, no,
but I'm sure. I thought he was from Michigan.
Nah, fool, he's from out here. But he's like from like a few freeway exits.
Shout out to Hobson.
Yeah. But with that being said, like I feel like someone like you will appreciate all them different styles. Like you could bump Fantastic Volume 2 by Slum Village. And then go and slap some T-Crit, you know what I'm saying? Or slap some the other Detroit wave, whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of other people are more like singular.
But I will say though, bro, like we were talking about earlier, some things those don't slap right out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some things don't. It just, like, for me, I was bumping Yo Gotti, going crazy, standing in the kitchen. I was playing that shit, right? Then I tried to play some other Memphis shit I'm into, and I'm like, it's not grooving the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I know if I was out there or say on the East Coast, it'd be going crazy. So I say location also plays a factor too.
Yeah, but motherfuckers still, fools out here. If you up on game, you slapping that Tommy Wright the third. You
Come
slapping
on, bro.
that. You feel me? That hypnotized minds, old school.
Yeah.
You feel me? 3-6, all
For
that.
sure.
You know?
I feel like if I was in New York and I had headphones on the train station, just listening to Cream by Wu-Tang,
You'd be
like,
juiced.
I feel like that would be lit.
It do hit different. I
That's
swear
what I'm
to
saying.
God.
That's what I'm saying. It hit different. Like that joint, you might throw your hood on. You might get on some bullshit. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
peace, God.
Yo, you might get on some bullshit in the back of that bus. Like immediately start. You know what I mean? So yeah, like the music, it hit different. depending on where you at.
Buy yourself some double-soled Yuttas, and you feel me?
For real.
Slap that fucking the Infamous album by Mobb Deep, and you on. You feel me? When you riding that L train.
And then, bro, it was a really good conversation. Do you have anything that you want to let the fans know?
Man, like I said, it's your boy Douglas. Follow me on Instagram at It's Douglas with 4 S's. I just want to let y'all know I got a lot of shit coming this year, bro. A lot of music, a lot of different moves, a lot of different fashion shit I'm trying to get into. This year is just all about peace. It's all about growth, you know. So I'm on this journey trying to be a better person. And anybody listening, I want y'all to take that step to be on that same journey. You feel me? It's been dope kicking it with y'all, man.
Hell yeah.
I feel like we could just keep talking for hours.
Yeah. We definitely have to come back.
We gotta lock in, bro. Yeah. But yeah, man, off a lot of it. Make sure y'all pull up on us, bro. Make sure you pull up at No Jumper 7665 Melrose, and make sure you pull up at Cough Syrup 7669 Melrose.
That's right. A lot of Mad Deep.
Let's get it. Buy you some.
Let's get it. Douglas, Lush One, Mad Deep, me. Let's get it.
You already know. Mad Deep, man. Like and subscribe. Lush One, Douglas, man. Kenny Malice, man. We in the place. The best place to be 2024. We coming for you. Yeah, like Kenny. Yeah, he hitting the. Yeah, we coming like that. We coming like that.
That's how I'm coming at 2024. I'm fucking this shit up.
All 2024. Like and subscribe, people. See you next week.